Yo, what's the vibe, man? Hey, shout out to everybody that's in the tribe, everybody that's in the views, the new subscribers. Hey, wherever you find your motherfucking seat at, or if you on the motherfucking stage with me, shout out and respect. Now, this rotation, it is 6:34, September 6, 2025. Man, August didn't bleed through like a motherfucker. But on this episode, we're going to speak about the different methods of fasting, right? I did want to collage and give y'all a couple pictures and a couple little quick videos and stuff like that. But like I said, this phone that I'm working on right now, I had it for like a year. It's pretty much cracked up and beat up, but I'm going to make it work for me. You know what I'm saying? Make it do what it do. It's just that sometimes it get to typing and doing its own thing like the motherfucking Addams family. The goddamn hand and shit. Got a mind of his own. But I also did had a couple gigs coming up, but I had it from the 7th to the 7th to the 15th, but they canceled all my gigs and shit, and that was gonna give me the opportunity to put some money in my pocket and buy me a new phone. Motherfucker ain't complaining. I'm just shooting the breeze with y'all while I won't be having as many uploads, and I've been wanting to edit my videos to get y'all a little better footage and a little better, you know what I'm saying? Some better drops and stuff like that. Not complaining, just shooting the breeze with y'all, right? So it's a minute of that. So like I said, we're going to speak about the different methods of fasting. And then once I get a new phone, we're going to start editing. We're going to, like I ain't even been recording music because of this phone here. But I'm grateful that I at least got this phone, right? And I'm grateful that I got y'all to listen to this video. Because lately, I have been eating bad, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no shame in my game, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker had the dumpster dive and shit, you hear me? Hey, but I got some healthy food. Well, I ain't gonna say healthy, but I got something to keep me sustained and shit. And last night I did get me some macaroni and shit, and that shit, it was like I went right after the restaurant closed, so you know what I'm saying, because rice and stuff like that, it started to build a lot of bacteria after 90 minutes, right? And woke up feeling a little stuffy, but it wasn't that bad because I had some gangsta ass dreams, so my digestive system wasn't working that much, right? So let's get into this. The video starts at 3 minutes. I'll put that in the description. So we're gonna speak about the different methods of fasting, right? So the first method is intermittent fasting, right? And I explain what I'll do as well. So intermittent fasting is 16 to 8. It's a 16 to 8 method where you fasting for 16 hours and you got to eat in window within 8 hours each day that you perform the intermittent fasting, right? And then you have the 5 to 2 method, which is the method where you eating normal for 5 days and you're restricting calories to 500 to 600 on 2 consecutive days, right? And then another form of fasting is alternate day fasting, where you fasting one day and then you eating normal the next, right? So my natural day-to-day, what I do is I don't start eating. I guess you could say I live more like an intermittent fasting, because once 9 p.m. hit, I don't put anything inside my body, and then it would have to be either 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. when I will break my fast and start to put food back in my body again, right? So I guess that would be like my 8 window from 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, really 5 o'clock if I was to be sticking to that method, right? But this is how I do it for me, because I know I don't want my body to be overworking itself and stuff like that, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next segment, the different fasting methods, right? So you have calorie restriction fasting, okay? So going down the line, you have something called water fast. The water fast is where you're only consuming water for a set period, right? And there's no competition, but if you just started fasting or you're not really on to this type of lifestyle or this practice, just take your time, try half the day, half the rotation. And then if you did that, then keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? But if you have a lot of health issues and stuff like that, taking heed. I did not go put on no white coat. I did not go to school for 4 to 8 years to learn about any doctrines like that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm more organic, you know what I'm saying? I've been using my own body as a guinea pig and listening to Dr. Sebi and other teachers like that, right? So moving from the water fast, it would be the juice fast, where you are only drinking fruit and vegetable juices for a certain duration, right? And then you got the partial fast, where you're abstracting from specific food groups of foods such as meat, dairy, or sugar, right? Okay, so let's go to the next segment that I had, because I ain't gonna lie, I really wanted to edit this and give y'all the pictures and stuff like that, right? So the next methods of fasting would be a religious fast and the biblical fast, right? So the biblical fast is following religious guidelines on fasting, which may vary depending on your faith, right? And then you have the fast of Easter, which is a 3-day fast where you only consume just water. But like I said, man, if you're going to go on a water fast, to each his own. If you're going to go on a water fast, you want to put some herbs in your water. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like the American hybrid herbs or like the organic herbs that hasn't been tampered with, like blue vervain, duck flower. You know, you got to watch that duck flower, but you know, cat's claw, wormwood, herbs like that, right? Because you know the rosemary and stuff like that, that's more hybridized American herbs that don't have much of effect as if you was to get herbs from Jamaica or you're dealing with ashwagandha and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? And speaking about that ashwagandha, I got some with me right here. So we'll be speaking about that soon as well, right? Getting back to our organic vibes, health and wellness. You know, shout out to everybody that's on that longevity, self-preservation. So moving on. So the next thing I wanted to speak about, like I said, other methods of fasting, right? So this is the eat, stop, eat, where you're fasting for 24 hours, once or twice a week. If you could fast once every cycle, because a cycle is a week, right? That'd be very beneficial, you know what I'm saying? And you're also going to build up discipline and stuff like that. And then we're going to get into the segment of why fasting is important as a whole. So the next method of fasting we have is the OMAD, OMAD fast, is where you consume 1 meal a day. You're consuming 1 meal per day, right? And then we have the fast mimicking diet. I don't like that word diet, but you know, practice, where you have a low calorie, nutrient rich diet that mimics the effects of fasting, right? So that means you're just basically putting superfoods inside your body. You understand what I'm saying? Superfoods, supernatural foods. What do I mean by superfoods? Like eating very potent things, like I said, rambutan, watermelon, avocado. You know what I'm saying? Those supernatural foods, right? They got a pack a punch to it. Okay, so fasting is another form of medicine and healing. When not to fast? When you got important events, you got social gatherings, you got long hours at work, you dealing with corporate, especially if you have a lot of physical labor, right? So we're going to speak about the benefits and why it's great to fast. You're going to get a lot of growth hormone. Your growth hormone will goes up. Your adrenaline increases, and also the metabolism speeds up. Now, when you're fasting, your insulin goes down. You understand what I'm saying? All your glucose and all of those levels start to go down. And fasting helps with cancer. It helps with heart disease. It helps with stroke. It helps with Alzheimer's disease. It also, especially a lot of people, you know, have a lot of type 2 diabetes. Fasting is very beneficial for you. Fasting also reduces high blood pressure, sleep apnea, It also reduces abdominal obesity, fatty liver disease. If you got gout, you got osteoporosis, if I said it right. If you having any gastrointestinal problems, reflex disease, anything like that, fasting would definitely help you because you're giving your digestive system time to rest. So that means all of your fluids, you know what I'm saying, your acid that's inside your stomach, you giving it an opportunity to build itself back up and enrich itself, right? So that it could break foods down like it's supposed to, right? Let me put my ashwagandha up before I mess up with that. All right. So a couple other things I wanted to point out about fasting, right? As I said, fasting, it affects the blood sugar and it also will help you drop weight. Also, if you have on an unhealthy weight, like I said, I've been eating bad, man. Bread, bagels. Last night I had macaroni. I ain't had macaroni in a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get all that out of my body. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel too bad when I got up, but I could feel it in my body last night. And my body was like, what's this creamy shit? You know what I'm saying? My body was like, we don't do this. So to respect my body, because my body talking to me more and more. If you want to have more communication with your body, then I will also suggest you fast. You don't have to do 7 damn days in a row. Take your time. If you could do half a day, good. Do half a day. Then when next week come around, try the whole day. If you doing good, try 2 days, okay? Try 3 days. If you living like that, you know what I'm saying? If you got a lot of responsibilities and stuff like that, you know, you still can do it. You just got to realize it's going to be a lot of mind over matter, right? Another thing that I found that's beneficial while you're fasting, sometimes when I fast, man, I could exercise way more better. I could go way longer, way more intensity, way more reps. And I also could just do moves that I normally don't do when I got stuff inside my gut, right? Another thing is you're going to be alleviating a lot of things that you should have been releasing in the bathroom. So pay attention to when you're baking your brownies, you know what I'm saying? Or you making your lemonade. When you're dropping your number 2s and your number 1s, pay attention to that because you can also realize what's passing out the body. You understand what I'm saying? And what may need to be replaced. Okay. Nutritional supplements and minerals and vitamins, your herbs, you should take those if you're gonna be on a fast, right? Still drink your teas, right? So instead of, to each his own, but what I do is I make sure I have my herbs and my water, and I still have like regular water just to push because regular water is intended to flush the system. Regular water has no electrolytes, it has nothing that's bland. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I request and I suggest that you always have you have a bottle of water that you're gonna say if you're gonna drink a gallon of water to fast. I would suggest you drink half a gallon of water, and then the other half should have some type of herbs in it, right? You know what I'm saying? Some type of electrolytes, like coconut water or something like that. If you're gonna fast strictly just water, then the best option would be to do just coconut water. Like pop the coconut open. I don't mean getting the Goya where they already got it already compact in a carton or something like that. You want to get regular coconuts if it's possible, but to each his own. Because when I was living in St. Croix maybe like 4 months ago, bro, I did a coconut fast for 21 to 14 days. It was, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It was what was it? I think it was from June. It was from June 19th to July 19th. You could go back and check out my videos and stuff. June 19th to July 19th, I was just strictly drinking coconut water and stuff like that till I had got my resources up and I made a couple plays and pulled a couple strings. and I had got some money out there. I just got enough money to take care of myself. So I was really drinking straight coconut water, bro, from June 19th to July 19th. So y'all add the days up, right? Another couple benefits of fasting is the effects that it will have on the gut, because you got to remember, these are the three brains: the cerebral, the heart, and the gut, right? So the more that you cleanse out the gut, because what you eat, right? So whatever you eat and whatever that livestock or that animal, you know what I'm saying? However the entity that you consume was treated, it becomes parts of you. Whether it lived a happy life, a miserable life, a stressed life, it was used just for cattle, or it was used and his life force was up. Compared to like the plants are happy to aid us to reproduce. You understand what I'm saying? Thy said, let thy food be thy medicine, and let thy medicine be thy food, right? So fasting, it cleans up your gut, which allow you to have better dreams, deeper dreams, better sleep. You know what I'm saying? Papa John's. But you know, when you clean out your gut, you have less interruptions. You know, certain foods could act like, when you eat a lot of sugary foods and stuff like that, that could alter your dreams like a motherfucker. You feel me? And you could have a lot of nightmares and stuff like that. Especially if you're consuming food that was just used to be slaughtered. That's when you start to have nightmares and stuff like that. And also what you've been feeding your subconscious as well. So how to make it through when you're fasting, man. Like I said, mind over matter. Think about the future. Think about people that died in your family from certain diseases and stuff like that in the past. So that's how I utilize to make it through. And then I'll be like, shit, do you wanna add things that add value to you and remove the things that don't add value to you? So fasting adds value to you all around the globe. And we'll speak about the different continents all around the globe, right? And we'll speak about that as of now. So like I said, fasting is not just to lose weight on a physical manner. You could utilize fasting for mental clarity, you know what I'm saying, to enhance your memories, you know what I'm saying, to clear that brain fog, get the smoke and mirrors out, goddamn. Get that brain fog out. I don't know why I want to say brain fog, but get that brain fog out, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a lot of spiritual reasons, mental reasons, and physical reasons. Like I said, it slowed down premature aging is one. That's the number one. That's a big factor. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to get old, don't want to grow old. I mean, hey, I'm doing it gracefully, but you just gotta accept the truth. We all gonna mature. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to hold on to your youth, then yeah, I would suggest adding fasting into your lifestyle. You know, fast once every cycle. A cycle is what I say. It's a week. You know what I'm saying? A rotation is a day. So if you could fast one rotation each cycle, that'd be very beneficial to your youth. And also, like I say, your growth hormone and other different materials like that. And also your body has an opportunity to utilize all the other aspects and organs at a high velocity rate once you shut down the digestive system. So another thing that I like about fasting too is that it unlocks certain aspects of yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You know that the body carries a lot of memory, right? So you can unlock different aspects of yourself once you fast. You understand what I'm saying? That allow you to add more light into the body. Fasting is adding more light into the body. You know what I'm saying? They say thy are the images of the Creator, which is we're gods and gods, right? And in order for God to dwell within us, we must have light. We must have light within the body. Okay. So like I said, fasting is just more than just physical. It's mental, it's physical, it's spiritual, right? The F word. Okay, so like I said, giving the body a time to rest, preserve energy, slow down aging, and it also increase growth hormones. It affects the blood sugar and the weight will drop. Also, you relieve the body of free radicals, parasites, and other unwanted entities. You allow other organs to work fully while the digestive system is at rest, right? And what to avoid? If you are on a liquid fast, what to avoid is coffee, soda, milk, etc., and alcohol. Now, I mean, that's common sense, but some people just be, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just don't think too much about it, you know what I'm saying? And another benefit is this is one of my other great benefits, dog. When you're fasting, you don't have to think about how much you can get done. You know how much you could get done if you're not worrying about what to eat, when to eat it, cooking, prepping, traveling to the store. You're dodging all that traffic, etc. So fasting, it basically frees up so much time because we spend so much time eating. We spend so much time digesting our food. We spend so much time going get the food, cooking the food, prepping the food. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a couple more notes that I wanted to share with y'all about fasting, right? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Because like I said, I normally don't take notes on subjects that I like to speak on because I'm coming straight from the heart. But this video about fasting, I had to edit it, which my phone situation will be getting better because I'm going to find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. But it was a lot of information I wanted to share with y'all with this fasting, right? So we covered the different ways of fasting: intermittent, 5-2, alternate. We also did water fast, juice fast, and partial fast. We also did religious fast. Like if you Christian, you Muslim, they got I can't think of the name right now. It's like right there on the tip of my tongue. But it's right there though. You know what I'm saying? When the Muslims fast and stuff like that, Ramadan, they go on Ramadan, you know what I'm saying, where they don't eat, you know what I'm saying, for that specific period. And then you got for the Christians, I think it's like Lent season and other things like that when the Christians don't fast. Me, I don't have any religion. I just walk with God, you know what I'm saying. God don't have no entitlement. He just is what it is, and he all who he all. You know what I'm saying? But let's speak about me and what I like about fasting, right? What I like about fasting is that I can have way deeper dreams. Like, I mean, deep dreams, bro. Like, good ass dreams, high definition upgrades and downloads. Another thing that I like about fasting that's beneficial to me is that literally it slows down my aging. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, you know what I'm saying? Don't age as much. If I have any pains in the body, and I keep my little tennis ball and stuff like that. I know how to use the trees and the humps and stuff in the trees. But if I have any type of pains in my body and I don't have it to go get a massage, I don't have anybody to massage my body, I will fast. And then once I fast, it loosens my insides up, right? The cholesterol and all of these different energies that's traveling through my body, and also my spiritual energy, right? So when I fast and I'm not able to release a specific pain in my body, I'm gonna fast and I just stretch with it. And then I could ease it out even better, right? And then the next day I always wake up with the pain missing. Whenever I want to make music, I want to get real creative, I want to step into my cosmic body, I have to leave my earthly body, right? So fasting allows me that opportunity to step more into my cosmic body. Like I just dropped y'all a little EP, I'm Out of My Sarcophagus. I just dropped that EP, and majority of those songs I made on the spot. I know it's not the best of quality. I'm gonna get better quality. I'm about to get a new phone because I've been recording on my phone. Get some money, I could go back to a professional studio. But the way I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is probably gonna be a secret, but I'll be honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no secret because it is what it is. I'm an open book. But how I'm able to record so much music and one spot, like I could record a whole album, I could record a whole EP in a day or two. It's really mind over matter. But the second thing is I have to fast. That's how I recorded so much music, because I fast. My brain is open, my mind could breathe. You understand what I'm saying? I could see everything that I need to see the way I need to see it. You understand what I'm saying? With no type of stagnation or no blockages. So fasting for me, it allows me to open up my creative bubble and get real creative. You understand what I'm saying? Another couple things I like about fasting is that I know sometimes, like lately, I have been eating bad, which once I get my food allowance situated, hold on, y'all. And once I get that situated, then I'm not going back to eating bad and stuff like that, no matter the cost. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I had to put something in my body, and I needed the energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm carrying like a 60-pound backpack. You know what I'm saying? So I needed some energy. And I've been looking for duck off spots to stash my bag sometimes, but I just don't want to take the risk and my bag missing. So it provides me a lot of energy. You understand what I'm saying? It provides me a lot of times to restart my mood. It also helped my mood. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a person that creates depression and anxiety for myself. But if you ever been gang stalked and you dealing with just rotten motherfuckers and shit like that, fasting it also better your mood. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when you fasting for a long period of time, you really do not want to be surrounding yourself in the public. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's more, yeah, you may be fasting for a physical purpose, but at the end of the rotation, fasting is still a spiritual practice, right? And when you fast, that's giving you better communication with the Most High, with the Creator, the source of all things. You understand what I'm saying? So like I say, fasting is just not about the physical gains, the physical properties. When you fast, that's also you reaching out to get into cahoots with the Creator. And a dangerous combination is being on celibacy, semen retention, brahmachari, and also fasting. That's you're supercharged. You understand what I'm saying? Especially when you're celibate, you on semen retention, you don't need to eat as much. But me, I exert a lot of energy. I have a very fast metabolism, so I be needing to eat a lot. You know what I'm saying? I always was skinny. I always was like a skinny, muscular motherfucker. But I had reached a point in my life where I was like, I want to pack muscle. You know what I'm saying? I want to pack this energy that I need. Plus, me being on semen retention, it gave me a up. You know what I'm saying? It gave me a up. So, you could look at fasting like you going to Family Dollar or Walmart and your toilet backed up and you need some Drano. So look at fasting like Drano. You know what I'm saying? You cleansing all the stuff that could be clogged up inside your body, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, intentionally, primordially, celestially, on every level. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes we just need to give the body a rest. Sometimes we need to drive more into the mind body. Sometimes we need to drive more into the astral body, the energetic body, you know what I'm saying, the spiritual body, more than we really indulge in the physical body, because we in the physical body all the time. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes it's great to exist in the other states that is possible. Some states you may not even know. And another thing is, I learned so much esoteric knowledge, wisdom, spirituality, intellect when I fast. Like, I'm able to receive great downloads and upgrades. You understand what I'm saying? Because every time you put food inside your body, don't matter if it's good food, healthy food, or bad food, it all carries a specific frequency, right? But in order to return to your natural frequency, you know what I'm saying, it's best to fast, right? And then when you fast for so long, you could become an Etherian. The Etherian is where you just gather the ethers and you eating the energy from everything around you, which I have done a couple times. I just eat the energy. Like, for example, it was sometimes, okay, I'll just be fasting, right? But I noticed like I take a shower and I take a bath, and my body was able to absorb and hydrate itself way more than having to just drink water out of a water bottle, right? So that's you being Etherean and you gathering all the ethers, right? I'll be sitting under the trees getting so much energy, sitting my back against the trees, using the sun, because our natural sources of energy was the elements. And majority of this food is poison. So in order to release the body from all these different toxins and poisons and MSGs and the chickens getting shot up and all these preservatives, you want to fast, man. You understand what I'm saying? Also, another couple benefits that I like about fasting is that the animals love spending way more time with me, because I'm in more of a pure state. You're in a more pure state. Not saying that eating chicken or whatever you woo, it's all about your heart, man. You know what I'm saying? It's about your heart is nothing but one of these crystals, right? And whatever your crystal is pulsating, then that's how it's going to operate with everything in the realm around you. So I did notice that animals love coming to me a lot more. Another time, I didn't eat nothing for, I didn't drink. I didn't eat nothing for, I know it's going to sound crazy, but I didn't eat nothing for 2 weeks. I didn't drink water for 9 days. And I didn't even have no money in my pocket, bro. I was living in the woods and shit. I was living in the wilderness. And one day a bird showed me, if I followed it, and it showed me to food. It showed me the safety, like, you know what I'm saying? And the 2 weeks I didn't eat food, but the 9 days I didn't drink water. The only way that I did consume water was when it rained. You know what I'm saying? I just let my body absorb it, and it was crazy, bro. But you know what I'm saying? To each his own. You know what I'm saying? I just, like I said, my body is my guinea pig. It's my experiment. You know what I'm saying? For my experience on fasting. I want to get more in depth with it. Is there anything else I could share with y'all with my phone on? It's on 25%. I don't know how long it's gonna take to upload this video. But yeah, man, I may make a part 2 of this. I mean, I will make a part 2 of this once I get a new phone, because I want to collage and give y'all some pictures and give y'all different graphs and stuff, because that's what I had in my other phone. But due to gang stalking, I was trying to get off the scene. And like I said, I normally put my cell phone in my bag, because I just don't like carrying my cell phone on my body no more. I just could feel it radiate my organs and shit. So I was trying to rush to get off the scene, because the gang stalking and shit, they was hitting me with the high beams. The tactic is called brightening. But they was hitting me in my eyes with the high beams. I mean, every car had their high beams on. Like, not one car didn't have their high beams on. So that's how you know it's gang stalking, community harassment. And yeah, I'm still in the same community, because I'm at this point, like, I don't have the funds to keep traveling, bro. I don't have the funds to keep trying to get into a better environment. I feel like I'm getting into a better environment. I feel like I'm getting into safety and shit, and they was frying me in the back of the head with radiation weapons, and they was shooting me in the eye with lasers. So think about all the cars driving down the street shooting you in the eye with lasers, and you getting high beam with all the cars, and they still using radiation weapons on another method you don't know about. And it's gonna be like, well, Vabo, how you know this? How you know this? Well, let me explain like this. This how they gave away. They gave themselves away. They snitched on themselves. It was a Jeep. You know how the Jeeps be having no doors and shit? Like the Jeeps, the two-door Jeeps be having no doors sometimes. So it was late at night. I had got from the library. It was like 2 nights ago or some shit. And dude, his whole body was pointed at me. Like, if you in a Jeep, you in a car, your body should be facing forward. I'm on the right side of the street, right? Which is I think his left. No, if I'm on the right side of the street, that means I'm on the right side of him, but he was on the left side of me. And his whole body was turned outside the Jeep, and he was pointing his goddamn little finger at me and shit. And then when he finally noticed I was paying attention, his whole body just jerked over, and then he set forward. And then I was like, oh, let this shit show begin, right? And if you getting gang stalked, you know this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that I'm at this point. This would be for another video, but I just wanted to explain to y'all, even though motherfuckers feel like you don't gotta explain yourself to nobody, Vabo, but still in all, I gotta let my people know what's going on with me and why I did not give y'all the best footage that I deem and I had in mind But once I get a new phone and shit, cause I just threw my phones in my back pocket and I just went to skateboarding down the street and I must have hit a fucking stupid bump. Cause there's a lot of cracks and shit and it must have bounced off my pocket. But like I said, I'm accountable for it. I take my charge. And once I figure out how to pull my weight, figure out some new opportunities to create for myself, I'm gonna do that because I did have some gig work, but I really look at it like this was gang stalking too. I had some gig work from the 7th to the 15th, and they just canceled all my shifts. And I really look at that as that was gang stalking and shit because I was really counting on that to put a little money in my pocket, be able to get some food, get my alcohol like I need to cook my food with, and buy a new cell phone and shit. But you know, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm not complaining. Motherfuckers just shooting the breeze, you know. And then I also take it as if like, just spend less time off your phone and just spend more time with yourself. But I've been normally doing anyway. But you know, this phone I got here, this bitch is pretty cracked. It's pretty slow, and it be typing shit in. You know what I'm saying? And the battery just died so fast. So it's just so much with this phone. I done had it for like a good year or something. Been holding on to it because this originally been my skateboarding phone, you know. When I listen to music and shit, in case I fall or something, I committed this phone to skateboarding, plus my backup phone. But all will be well and good in due time, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to go ahead and drop this video about fasting and the benefits, man. You know, especially if you want to get your prayers answered, you know, you want to put some urgency on that, man, I would fast, man. If you're looking for answers, downloads, upgrades, you know, if you're not happy with your body, you're not in a good mood, fasting, man, because once you fast, that gives you the opportunity to step back into that natural high. You understand what I'm saying? I love a natural high. Yeah, I love hitting the blunt. I don't drink at all, but if I'm around somebody that do drink, like my people or some shit, I might hit the cup or some shit, drink a beer or something. You know, not too much. I'm not no alcoholic. I just don't like my insides burning, you know. And I don't like to burn no more because make your breath stink and you still burning your insides. What I like to do is just have my syrups and take my teas and stuff like that, right? And another thing you could utilize, I don't know why it say this is for sinus congestion, but I just been spraying this like all over my body, and it just put me in a calm state. And what's inside of this is melalotus. I guess it's yellow sweet clover, which is the anti-inflammatory. But I've been using this as well, like a cologne, a perfume, just spraying it all over my body. You know what I'm saying? Put it on my clothes, and it just relaxed me. And at the same time, we got a video coming up with the ashwagandha. I wanted to edit that video as well. Y'all know how I did when I was living in St. Thomas, and I was really hard on the OrganicVbyz, the health and wellness, which we gonna shake back to, because my channel not just about health and wellness. It's not just about semen retention. It's not just about chosen ones. It's about life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking about the highlights that I be going through in my different journeys and shit on the day-to-day basis, the day-to-day rotations, you know. But I didn't want to be no chatty patty, man. If you made it this far in the video, man, respect. Y'all know the deal, man. Hit D, all of the above. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're new, you don't know what to do. I do got the Venmo. I do got the Cash App. If you want to show some love, some respect, some contributions, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I do love eating mangoes and key limes. But right now, what I'm on right now, when I get the opportunity to, I'm on melons. I'm on melons, you know what I'm saying? The melons I'm on right now is like honeydew. So I like that honeydew and squeeze some key lime on that bitch, and cantaloupe. That's the melons that I've been on lately. Besides that, the fruits I really been stretching out with is my bananas, and what the honeydews and the melons and the cantaloupes going like 79 cents a pound right now. And you know the normal size probably be like 3-4 pounds. So it's looking like $2-3, you know. And then sometimes I can get the store people to put their little discount number in. But, you know, life is grateful right now. Life is beneficial. I'm starting another fast. in the next couple hours, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a water fast, aka I'm gonna be using rosemary. I'm gonna be taking a couple drops of my ashwagandha. I do got some thyme on me and stuff like that. And I think I got like a few pieces left for ginger. Healthy pieces that ain't all molded and shit. That's what I like about ginger, you know what I'm saying? It could work with you. It could stretch. Like the little piece, the end might get molded and shit, you know, but you could just cut that little slit off. So I will be starting another fast later on this rotation. And I guess we'll document that as well, and I'll show y'all what I'm putting in my water and the little workouts I'm doing and stuff like that. You know, because I could push this macaroni out my body and shit. Because you know macaroni is dairy, so you know I have been fucking laughing from my backside a lot lately. You know what I'm saying? But that's good though, because I'm like, damn, I don't be passing gas like that. But I mean, the less you pass gas, that mean that's the healthier that your gastrointestines is. You know what I'm saying? But had to make me feel like I'm a human again. You hear me? Had to pass some gas and shit, dog. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful rotation. I gotta wash clothes later on. Gotta hand wash clothes. I'm gonna take a shower later on. And like I said, I'm gonna just fast, man, so that I can start utilizing and access the other capabilities of my systems. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a pretty much a beautiful ass mode. You know, nobody outside me gonna change who I am. You know, dealing with this community harassment and gang stalking and shit. Like I say, if you don't deposit the emotions that you trying to withdraw out me, then I'm not gonna let you withdraw the emotions outside of me if you ain't deposit that. Whether that's negative or positive, you understand what I'm saying? That's just how I'm on some real stoic shit. Like, you dig? Like, I ain't letting nobody make my situation worse if they not gonna make it better. But I ain't want to be no chatty patty, man. We've been here for about 40 minutes. I just wanted to sit here and talk about the F word. So y'all vibe with me, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe, drop a V in the motherfucking comment section. Anything aided you, benefited you, you learned anything, or if I was just a reminder, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. It's time to go ahead, get back into my personal life, enjoy this sun, about to bump some music, and just relax my nerves. And then I will be working on the next video. So like I said, the next couple videos, it won't be edited. You know what I'm saying? It'll just me coming at y'all raw, coming off the mind, coming off the heart. You know what I'm saying? And giving y'all some information. So y'all be looking out for the next Organic Vibe videos. And then we'll have a couple chosen one videos. And we're definitely going to have a semen retention video. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So I'm going to fuck with y'all, man. Oasis.